guys, it is Dani'i and welcome to this updated video on the tropics. And so guys, we now have Hurricane Elsa. Yes, Elsa is now a hurricane that is going to be making its way across the Lesser Antilles today, and then across the Greater Antilles late tomorrow, going into the early part of the new week. And so guys, before I go into details, alright guys, and so let us take a look at the satellite imagery of Elsa. And so we're seeing here that it is getting relatively compact, and we do have those rain bands spreading across portions of the Lesser Antilles. And so hurricane conditions are happening as I speak in Barbados. And so hurricane warning is in effect for Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and persons in those areas must ensure that right now they are in safe locations, somewhere not flood prone, somewhere not near the coast, because hurricane conditions will be happening very shortly if they haven't started as yet. And a tropical storm warning is in effect for Martinique, the southern coast of the Dominican Republic from Cabo Engano to the border with Haiti, and for the entire coast of Haiti. And hurricane watch is in effect for southern portion of Haiti. Tropical storm watch is in effect for Grenada and its dependencies, Sab and St. Eustatius, Jamaica and Dominica. And so tropical storm warning means that tropical storm-like conditions are expected somewhat within the warning area, and the hurricane watch means that hurricane conditions are possible within the watch area, usually about 48 hours before hurricane conditions begin. And so guys, what to expect from Elsa? And so in terms of the wind, hurricane conditions are current on Barbados and are expected to be in the hurricane warning area in the Windward Islands in the next few hours. And so tropical storm conditions are expected in portions of the Windward and Southern Leeward Islands within the tropical storm warning areas, and are possible in the tropical storm watch areas later today. And so tropical storm conditions are expected in the warning area in the Dominican Republic and Haiti on Saturday, with hurricane conditions possible in southern Haiti, and tropical storm conditions are possible in Jamaica Saturday night or early Sunday. So we can look at that time frame going from Saturday night into Sunday, when we're going to be experiencing tropical storm-like conditions here in Jamaica. And so it's really the northeast coast that is likely to feel the worst of the system, but the entire island will be affected in terms of the storm surge. And so the storm surge will raise water levels by about 1 to 3 feet above normal tides in areas in the warning area, guys. And so in terms of the rainfall, today, Elsa is expected to produce totals of 3 to 6 inches with maximum amounts of 10 inches across the Windward and Southern Leeward Islands, including Barbados. And so this may lead to some isolated flash flooding and mudslides, guys. So if you're in any of those regions and you're probably experiencing the first part of Elsa, you're probably having some very heavy rainfall right now. So it is important that you're in a very safe location should in case things get way worse than they are now. And so in terms of Jamaica, 4 to 8 inches with isolated maximum amounts of 12 inches are possible Saturday going into Sunday, and this may also result in flooding and mudslides. And for Puerto Rico, rainfall of about 1 to 3 inches with localized amounts of 5 inches possible late today into Saturday. And so guys, Elsa is no joke. Here we have it now being a hurricane. And so we are expecting this continued west-northwestward-like track of it. And so we're also expecting that it is going to be maintaining hurricane intensity just before it crosses between Haiti and Jamaica right there. And so guys, again, this is the cone forecast showing where the center of the system might go. It is not showing the size, and Elsa is quite big. And so it is, of course, the first hurricane of this season, and well ahead of the season as well, because we usually have our hurricanes occurring about the 14th of August near the peak. And here we have Hurricane Elsa on the 2nd day of July. And so guys, ahead of the system, let's take a look at conditions. And so we have warm ocean temperatures definitely being in place. So ocean temperatures are supportive to help Elsa intensify, even though the National Hurricane Center is expecting that it is going to be maintaining its 75 miles per hour wind speeds and maximum throughout the Caribbean. We could see an increase in it. And so looking at the wind shear map, the different colors here show different shear intensities. We have the greens being favorable, the yellows being neutral, and the reds being unfavorable. And so Elsa is going to be remaining in a favorable environment in terms of the wind shear as well. And so guys, we might see some further intensification of Elsa, even though it's not guaranteed to happen. We might. And so because it is a hurricane now, conditions that were initially expected in areas to be affected are likely to be worse once the track has not really shifted from that area. And again, guys, the track is just for the center. It does not show the size of the system. And I emphasize this because persons tend to get it a bit confused, to think that because the center is not going to be passing over them, nothing will happen. That is not true. There can still be some significant heavy rainfall, some devastating flooding as a result of the system, regardless of its center being onshore or offshore, guys. And so there is something quite interesting. So the GFS in their prediction is showing something a little bit concerning. So let me just take you to Sunday the 4th of July. And so here we have a 980 millibar low pressure system over Jamaica. So GFS is not going with what the National Hurricane Center is saying, that the center will be slightly offshore of Jamaica. It is taking the system directly over us. And then going to Tuesday the 6th, it's showing Elsa being over the western side of Cuba, headed to the Gulf. And then going into Wednesday the 7th, here we have the system on its way to Florida, about to make landfall, guys. And so this is certainly not impossible. And so here we're being surprised, Hurricane Elsa this morning. And so again, guys, if you are in areas to be impacted by the system, please take the necessary precautions and stay safe, because things are likely to get quite dangerous, guys. And so also, if you're in Florida, the system is not guaranteed to make landfall in Florida, and so we really have to watch it as we're going to be heading into the early part of the new week, because things can change. We've seen a lot of changes with the track, and we just have to keep an eye on Elsa. So again, guys, tropical storm warning in effect for some of our Windward Islands, including St. Lucia and Barbados. Tropical storm watches also in place for some of our Leeward and Windward Islands, as well as Jamaica. A hurricane watch is in effect for the southern coast of Haiti, along with a tropical storm warning that extends right throughout Haiti and for the southern portion of the Dominican Republic. And so dangerous conditions are happening right now in the Lesser Antilles. It will continue throughout most of today, and then by tomorrow evening, the system is going to be making its way south of the Dominican Republic, probably causing some significant conditions there. And then by Saturday night going into early Sunday, the system is likely going to be resulting in some tropical storm conditions in Jamaica. And so again, I urge you all, if you haven't been doing so already, please take the necessary precautions, stay safe, have preparations, have your emergency kits ready, ensure that you're not in a flood prone area, ensure that you're not near the coast. And guys, let's hope that things don't get too bad with Elsa. And so guys, that is it for this update video. And if you found it to be quite informative, please give a thumbs up, and you can also share your thoughts in the comments or ask a question. I will try to respond as best and as soon as I can. And just remember to always weather wise, and of course I'll keep you updated as time goes by.